Hello everyone, Touch Not here. I'm out in the forest taking a hike this morning, and I thought I would grab a handy boulder and take a look at some McPherson Macintosh history. This is a couple of letters I found years ago. They're from the Inverness Journal newspaper in 1836, March 1836. They are letters to the editor from the chief of Macintosh at the time and the chief of McPherson at the time. And I wanted to read this. Right, so Alexander Macintosh was the chief at this time, also the chief of Clan Hatton, which is what these letters are about. Who's the chief of Hatton? They are, of course, the chiefs of their own clans, Macintosh and McPherson. So this is very interesting, I think. One's very short and one long. The first one from the McPherson chief to the newspaper about the subject of the Macintosh and his chiefship of Hatton. March 18th, 1836. To the editor of the Inverness Journal. Sir, having been informed that Macintosh has requested to be addressed in future as chief of the Clan Hatton, I have been called upon by some of my clan and advised to state, for the information of those who are not conversant with the history of the clan, that I am the lineal descendant in the male line of the chiefs of the Clan Hatton, and consequently am the chief. I beg further to add that I do not intend to enter into any newspaper controversy in consequence of this announcement. I have the honor to be your most obedient servant, Ewan McPherson, chief of the Clan Hatton, Cluny Castle, 14th March 1836. Now there's a response from the Macintosh at the end of that month, on the 30th. To the editor of the Inverness Journal, Moy Hall, 30 March 1836. Sir, in your paper of the 18th current, I read a letter of Mr. McPherson of Cluny, a cadet of the Macintosh, setting forth his lineal pretensions and assumed right to the title of the chief of the Clan Hatton. In common with every person at all versant in matters of feudal times, this vaunting and empty assumption must carry with it no more weight of credit than the time occupied in reading it. Cluny sets out by stating that he understands I have requested those persons who address me to affix the title of Chief of Clan Hatton. This is rather strange, as I have never made such request, and now avert most distinctly that such a piece of vanity never entered my mind. I am aware of the annoyance it affords to some of Cluny's clan, my continuing the title in common with my ancestors since 1291. The McPhersons, by several acts, have acknowledged Macintosh as the chief of Clan Hatton. Added to this, the confirmatory acts of numerous gentlemen, somewhat more versant than the sapient advisors of Cluny, have always acknowledged Macintosh as the undoubted chief of Clan Hatton. Mr. McPherson of Cluny's letter is admirable for its brevity, suddenness, and assumption of the title, which he is as little able to support by either legendary, historical, or private individual knowledge as any questionable matter that has ever appeared in the columns of a newspaper. I ask Cluny when, since 1291, has he seen or known the Macintosh or any one of the 16 tribes comprising the Clan Hatton acknowledge the chief of McPhersons as their undoubted chief? Have the goodness to give insertion to a transcript of the following document. It is authentic and may be read by Cluny and some of his clan with a relish for a more perfect knowledge of a title they at present seem to be ignorant of. I, Sir Charles Ariskine of Cambo, Knight Baronet, Lord Lion, King of Arms, have reused and seen sufficient evidence and testimonies from our histories in bonds of manrent, and who hereby declare that I find the Laird of Macintosh to be the only undoubted chief of the name of Macintosh, and to be the chief of the clan Hatton, comprehending the Macphersons, McKilvrays, Fergusons, McQuins, McPhails, McCains, and others, that I have given and will give none of these families any arms but as cadets of the Laird of Macintosh family, whose predecessor married the Heretrix of Clan Hatton in anno 1291. In that in particular I declare that I have given Duncan Macpherson of Cluny a coat of arms as cadet of the foresaid family, and that this may remain to posterity and may be known to all concerned, whether of the foresaid names or others, I have subscribed their presence with my hand at Edinburgh the 10th day of September 1, 1672 years, and have caused a pen to seal my office thereto. Charles Ariskin, Lyon. I hope the above will satisfy Cluny and some of his clan, who appear so restless and desirous of disturbing that cordiality which a better knowledge of the matter might continue. I am, sir, your most obedient and humble servant, Alexander Macintosh, the veritable and acknowledged chief of Clan Hatton. I hope you enjoyed that, folks. I find that very interesting. They decided rather than to come to blows in a field or in a pub, they've taken their fight to the newspapers. And I hope you find that of interest for Macpherson Month. I know some people might find that a bit of a tough thing to take, and I do too sometimes. But this can be taken for what it is, that's all. All right. Touch not, my friends.